known as a musician. He painted the upright bass as another subject in the painting, and then named it The Singer and Her Husband. I'm not known as a singer, but tonight we're going to sing Happy Birthday.
When I painted her, I made her sing. She had to stand by a microphone with her mouth open for 3 hours. I painted her.
True story. All right, everybody. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mel. Happy birthday to you.
I want to really thank everybody who has participated in this event. You have made an old man very happy.
We're going to get ready to cut the cake now.
Can you tap that bald-headed guy and have John, come over. Yeah, just ask for you. That'll ask for you.
I have met so many extraordinary people in this city. I have to mention some of them in particular. my dear friend Larry Hilton, who died and was a mentor of mine. I broke all the rules. I'm a white guy, he was a black man, and he supported me. He believed in me as an artist. It was unbelievable. And also, I gotta thank Joan Perks. I mean, where do you meet people like this? It's unbelievable. I must admit, I have to explain that I wanted to go through a sort of chronology. I came from a Middle Eastern, not Middle Eastern, Middle European Jewish family in New York. My parents were opposed to everything I did. They didn't want me to marry the woman I loved. They didn't want me to become an artist. You know, it was like unbelievable. And I have spent my whole life actually, in the beginning at least, going against what people who were supposed to be supporting me wanted. I was brought up in an age when abstract expressionism was in vogue, and automatically what you did is you just flung paint all over. I didn't want to do that, and I never did. I always wanted to paint the figure, and I did have a few teachers who encouraged me in doing that. But the biggest influence on my life, I would have to say, was my wife. If I had married Mary Jo Michaelesi, I'd be nothing. Nothing. I would have achieved nothing. I would not have my wonderful children. I wouldn't have had my life as an artist. I wouldn't have come to Trenton, because the reason I came to Trenton, it all of a sudden dawned on me that I need to have. I couldn't support a wife on part-time jobs. When I lived in New York, I taught at Columbia, I taught at Queens College, I taught at an adult education center in Great Neck. But it was when I got married, it all of a sudden dawned on me, I had to support this woman. You know, and the only way to do it is to get a full-time job. So I made a huge circle from Vermont down to Maryland. I had never heard of a community college, to be honest. I had never heard of it. And then, at one time, I got a letter finally from a man named Sam Willick, who was actually the best chairman I've ever had. He was the chairman of Mercer County Community College. He actually had been brought up from Florida. Mercer County Community College had originally been an art school. It was a school of fine and industrial arts. A lot of people don't realize it, but Trenton was actually, with Liverpool, maybe after Liverpool, England, an important ceramic center. So it needed an art school. So it had the School of Fine and Industrial Arts. They hired Sam Willick, who was the nicest person you could ever meet, and he came up and he created actually the advertising design program. But the girl who was teaching fine art had gotten into an argument with the former dean, so she was unfortunately fired, and so they needed another art teacher. So that's how I got this job. But I got this job, it was like unbelievable. I didn't know anything about anything. I got a letter saying I was to meet these three guys at the Hotel Americana in New York. I go into this hotel, and there was Sam with two other people from the school. And Sam just looks at me and says, "You went to Cooper Union, you gotta be good, you're hired." I went home and I told Mary Joyce that I got the job. And then, but I said, "We're gonna move to Trenton." My poor wife, you know, I just, so what I did in the beginning was, we lived on 3rd Avenue. I walked from 3rd Avenue to Penn Station. I took the train to Trenton, and then I walked from the station to what was then Mercer County Community College. It's now Edison College in downtown Trenton. And I was young in those days, so I could walk. You know, my walking days are over. But I'll tell you the truth, I love this city. This city made my life. I'll tell you the truth. When you live in New York, you know, and you're an artist, you end up becoming friends with other artists. What do you do with other artists? You invite them over to your house for dinner. They see your work. They tell you what they think about your work. The next week you go to their house. You see their work. You tell them what you think of their work. You hear all these voices saying you should paint this way or you should paint that way. I was even told, I can't believe it, by people, you know, who I should respect. I was told that if I ended up teaching, getting a teaching job, I wouldn't be an artist. That would be over. Then when my daughter was born, when my daughter Francesca was born, I was told by one person, well, you can't put her back, but that ends your art career. Your art career is over. Little did they realize, but my unfortunate daughter did finally realize it. I got another model. So I just painted her, and then in the beginning, my wife was, Mary Jo she gave me the best room in the house, the dining room, to painting. It's unbelievable. Our friends would come over and say, "Why don't you make him paint in the basement?" You know, and stuff like that. One woman came over, I remember, when I had a nude model. I thought she was going to have a heart. So, you know, because people don't realize, you know, the way artists, you know, have to live. And the truth of the matter is, this is important to say. If you are not actually, you can't be superficial about being an artist. You have to be obsessed with it. Literally obsessed with it.
Yes.
Morning, noon, night. And if you're not obsessed with it, you're not an artist. It has to be said. So you must really.
I agree.
Am I talking too long?
No.
upstairs in the basement. Oh my God.
Like birds coming
Oh, this, my goodness, is a bed.
That's a great thing.
Oh, let me see, I want to see this, I like it. And there's Michael Weldon.
Dad, have you had a show where you didn't really have anything to do with setting it up, though?
What?
Have you ever had a show where you didn't have anything to do with, like, setting up the show or picking out the?
I think so. I think the people are that show.
Yeah.
Other people do it. But this I didn't do it.
They stole that from our house.
That's beautiful. I love that video. Oh, there's Tom Malloy. Oh my God.
With which baby you and
That's me.
That's you.
Oh, I love this painting I did of Tom.
Oh, I left it down by the curb.
Oh, that's.
Okay, thank you.
I remember we did it.
Oh, and this is our other friend. I thought he was from the right.
Yes, yes.
There's my honey. Oh, and there's
I know.
Mary Jo and Matthew.
Oh my.
Oh, and there's Joshua's room. Oh my God. Look at what I left my son doing. Oh, and that's a self-portrait on what they do with snow singer. Oh my God. Oh, and this is the thing I did with Joan and her daughter. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I like that movie. And there's Byron.
I'll take that one. My sister's
First call.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm doing, I
Yeah.
think you too.
You too.
Yes.
Oh, hi, Harry. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you.
You spent a lot of time on theater.
But it's
It took me a while. I had to like the hanging.
I do, I love it.
That one defies possibility. You painted
Oh, I
that?
love that.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing. And I love the video. Oh my God! Oh,
You know that?
this is such a beautiful show. I'm sure.
I know. Is this like great?
Trying to get them
Terrific. Oh my God! There's Audrey Flash! Oh my God!
I have short-term memory.
I'm still reading her.
I came in the back and eventually Mel stood up and actually,
Oh, there's a dollhouse! I love that painting.
yeah.
Oh, and there's Larry and his sister.
Yeah, me too. Well, I was 99.
And there's
No, any of those
Mia,
people.
the cellist.
But they might go. I mean, she might be like.
Oh my God!
Dude, she might go.
I love that picture with dollhouse.
Yes, that is. Hello. Hey, Mel. Nice to be here. Nice to see you.
Oh, it's good to see
Hey,
you.
Dan. Hello. All right.
Oh, look at this. There's Kalina Sabrina. Oh, see here. Oh, that's nice.
Is it okay to get a photo of the two of you in front of that painting? Is it okay?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
You want just Mel?
No, well, I think both of you is great.
No, I'm.
Okay, if you'd rather not. Okay.
It's all about Mel.
But you're kind of a local celebrity yourself. I'll get you to come in candidly.
I'll show you.
We'll make it journalism. You can just keep going. You don't even need to look.
Oh my God, that's terrific. The staircase painting and Dan Bishop.
I gotta find out what these
Family.
Yes,
Oh my God. Oh, there's Lois Star.
So we haven't had.
Who made this fabulous
That's
thing?
Phil Brown over there.
Is that the black guy that passed away? No, he was a great woodworker.
Let me take a take that.
You know who I'm thinking of? And he had a space over in Conduit. His name is just escaping me.
It's not here.
Okay. It's really beautiful. Okay, no worries. We're all over 50. We don't have the recall we once had.
Just a picture.
Oh my God, this gal she was a tough cookie.
That's right. I'm thinking the hallways. Again, so you can see what's in here.
There was no paintings upstairs, right?
You're seeing a lot of old friends for the first time.
That's right, it's unbelievable. These are my oldest paintings.
Yeah.
Is that my wife? That's my daughter, or my son.
That's your son.
It's my son, Joshua Nixon. My God. I made my poor wife clothes for that.
Hey, Mel. So we're spulling.
Oh,
So you're 90, huh?
I'm 90.
So you taught us when you were 15 years old? Where would you like to go? Can you move again?
Just like when you're happy to wear your So now, honey, you need a little something to eat before you begin. Go ahead and take them into the kitchen.
Take you to the kitchen?
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, I want to show you something to eat. Okay? So, I want to welcome everybody again to the Trenton City Museum in Ellerslie Mansion. If most of you are not,
You've got a great voice. I think it's
I may be able to do it, but I'm not sure other people can. So anyway, we're all volunteers here. Anyone who's interested in volunteering, certainly fill out a form. We'd love to have everybody here. We also are totally free. We're open Thursday, Friday, Saturday from 12 to 4, and on Sunday from 1 to 4. I know you're going to have a hard time seeing this wonderful show. It will be up for a while. Please come back when it's not as crowded. And now that Joan is back, I'm going to introduce Joan. Like I said, I came on board after Joan left us, but this was her vision. And she has not only put this together, but has worked with 4 other locations throughout the city. So without further ado, I'm turning this over to Joan. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Becky. Mel gets here. Can you hear me? So until Mel gets here, I'm going to entertain you. So I thought maybe I would tell you a very dark, deep secret that I don't share with anybody. I fall in love passionately, not easily, but readily, and my great love is inventory, artist inventory. I have not seen I've looked bad artist inventory. So when this came up, we knew that we were going to be doing this event for a while, and fortunately, Mel's 600 paintings were no longer in Long Island. They were moved to Pennington. It made it a little bit easier because it was a daunting task with them in Pennington, and you can't imagine the excitement of going in to see 600 paintings and have them all covered up. And they were not in numerical order, which they soon will be, but 101 was here, 1010 was there. It was just an overwhelming, incredible task. And it took a lot of people to help us get here tonight.
That's one of my favorite things.
Okay, Mel, I was kind of like filling in, waiting for you to arrive. So I'm going to try and read these notes. Not sure whether I need glasses or not, but I'm going to give it an attempt. So recently, I read something an art critic said. He said that a museum is a badge of civic maturity. We have many museums here and are about to have a new one, the American Museum of Graffiti. When I look at Trenton, I find it important to remind, wait a second, I need my glasses. I find it important to remember the strength of our aesthetic life, and I encourage all of you to value and support it. But I don't think I need to say that. Look, you're all here. What a wonderful thing. So you should all clap for yourselves. There you go. So the question became, how do you honor a man who took a capital city and turned it into a small town, who transformed thousands of lives and who supported his community in every way imaginable, a man who is a living artlet? Well, I thought we should have a 4-month party. Golden moments are rare. Recognizing them and acting on them can be complicated and at first appear daunting. So I had a seed of an idea, and I thought, well, I don't know, I think we need a team. So I called people that I knew in the town, the city, and I said, this is actually what I said, I need you to be on a team. It's about Mel. That's it for now. Are you in or are you out? I love Trenton, and Trenton loves Mel. Everybody was in. They had no idea what I wanted. They said, oh, we're going to do it. Whatever. So this evening and other events could not have happened without a large effort on the part of many people. At first I was going to put a list on the wall for you to read, but I'm going to bore you to death with, and I'm going to be quick, but with everybody. So, the museum board was wonderful, the city of Trenton, Mel, his daughter, his son, and then the team. Dan Aubrey and Liz Aubrey. I don't know where you are, Dan. I think the burning question for Dan was, what was it like to live in a storage facility for a month? Because that's what he did. I don't know what we would have done without him. Then there is, and Dan and Liz are curating 2 shows. Janice Broussel, who had art exhibitions. Tricia Fagan, who is going to do the Mercer County Community College exhibition. Eileen Dube and all of the people and the writers that contributed to this. John Gumry, Jim Gordon, who was on the team. Sarah Unger, who did the incredible video. My partner, Harry Georgeson, who put up with me for this. Dan Bischoff, who wrote this incredible essay that is going to be in the catalog that we are producing, and which will be part of our lecture series, where we were actually beginning to talk about what it is, what a masterpiece is, and we will be discussing the show at length. There are going to be a lot of other interesting talks. The people who loaned from their collections: Michael Glass, Jeff Epstein, Elizabeth O'Reilly, John Hatch and John Clark wanted to do their own show, and they're doing that November 7th at the Lobby Club. Eric Schultz, who is repeating his Everything is Paintable, that was the 2013 documentary for National PBS. He is rerunning that. To Capitol Philharmonic and Jill Aguayo, who actually added our information to their material. And you should all remember that tomorrow night is the big event at the War Memorial. And where am I? Nick Rizzo, Ron Eckert, Betty Holland, and of course the art, moving, and hanging team. We could not have done this without them. So I have just a few more words. So Mel asked me to curate this exhibition, and it's certainly, Mel, a great honor. And it came at the darkest moment in my life, and it has been a ray of light. So thank you so much, Mel. In 2013, I came to Ellarslie as a curator. I knew one trustee who was a friend and also an art collector and client of mine. And I also knew that Mel Leipzig, the artist, lived in Trenton, which was a big draw for me. I knew Mel's work for many years from my visits to Calgary, Huntington, New York. However, it was a visit to the studio of artist Joe Gersak that was very significant for me. For an hour, Joe discussed the experience of being painted by Mel, emotionally and technically. My deep artistic journey with Mel began there. The journey of looking and ultimately seeing can be long, complicated, and exciting. Tonight we are standing among masterpieces. Look at them, they are masterpieces. It's just an incredible experience. It is a memorable night, and years from now, when you see these paintings with your grandchildren in museum exhibitions, you will remember this moment. As an art dealer, I always ask myself the question, what makes an artist great, and in the end, recognized? Immense talent, courage of your beliefs, vision, and I think an alignment of the planets. There is something that is way beyond us that comes into play. The reality for most artists is you will never, I don't want to say good enough, but no matter how good the paintings, how many galleries, how many sales, sometimes it's just not enough. We have so many creative people, and not everybody gets to put even a toe on the rung of the ladder that takes you to immortality and in art history. And Mel has ascended it. That is, for all my years, and it's 50 years, for all my years in the art world, I guarantee you Mel is there, and we'll be talking about this for years to come. So Mel has done so much in that he made the city, so much that has made the city better, and all of us better for his presence. So I'm very happy, Mel, to be here tonight. I'm not going to let you speak just yet. I'm going to call up Trish Fagan, who has something to present to you.
So we all know that Mel is a painter first, a lover of Indian food maybe second, a lover of his family, and a terrific instructor. But he also has contributed to the community in immeasurable ways, helping with the founding of TAWA, which exists to this day, the Trenton Artist Workshop Association, helping with artworks. In 2004, he and I were asked to run artworks by the through Mercer County Community College, and he was instrumental in making that happen. He also served for decades, I'm not sure how many, as a commissioner for Mercer County Culture and Heritage Commission. And the county executive and the county commissioners have issued a joint proclamation on your behalf. It's not super long, so I'll read most of it. Whereas the County of Mercer recognizes those individuals who represent the county in an honorable fashion and bring pride to our community through their efforts. And whereas Mel Leipzig studied at the Cooper Union, received his Bachelor's of Fine Arts at Yale University School of Art and Architecture, and received his Master's of Fine Arts at Pratt Institute. And whereas Mel Leipzig was a professor of painting and art history at Mercer County Community College for 48 years, from 1968 to 2013. Founding member of the Trenton Artist Workshop Association, and served for decades as a commissioner of Mercer County's Culture and Heritage Commission. Whereas Mel Leipzig, who currently has works and yes, we know you have works, I think it's supposed to say in international museums, national, and has had over 40 one-man shows in countless museums across the nation, proudly representing the city of Trenton. And whereas the County of Mercer is honored to be home to such a talented individual who received the first Mercer County Community College Distinguished Teacher Gold Medal, a grant in painting from the National Endowment for the Arts, last class receiving that, awards for his painting from the National Academy, was elected to the Academy in 2006, received a Fulbright grant to Paris, a Louis Comfort Tiffany Award, painting fellowships from the New Jersey Council on the Arts, awards for his paintings from the National Academy. And now, therefore, I, Dan Benson, Mercer County Executive, and the Commissioners do hereby congratulate and recognize Mel Leipzig on these numerous accomplishments and thank him for all the service he has provided for the residents of Mercer County. And since we're all assembled here, as Joni mentioned, Janice Purcell and I are working on a Generation Mel show, which will take place January and February of next year. It is a show of Mel's students that were selected by Mel. Innumerable people have come up and said, I studied with Mel. So I said, Mel students, this is our Spartacus moment. How many people have studied with Mel? And this is a very, very modest sampling, believe me. So it's going to be an awesome show. We're looking forward to doing it, but most of all, we're really happy to be here celebrating. So we love you.
So Mel told me 30,000 students he had. Now this was incredulous for me to believe, but I don't know, now that I've been around a bit here, I think he might be right. So 30,000. The mayor is here. So Mayor Reed, oh, there you are. Can we invite you up? Thank you for being here.
I'm honored to be here and celebrating with Mel on his 90 great years of life in the city of Trenton and beyond. I'm one of his subjects that can't afford the painting that he did. And probably anyone else. He paints everyday life of people that are just in the most ordinary circumstances, but extraordinary. They come to life with vivid imagination, and Mel is just like such a hero of mine in the art world. I would steal his paintings from the Louvre any day. But we really appreciate Mel's presence in the capital city. Anyone else would have moved beyond, but Mel has stayed here in the community. He's been part of the imagination and the landscape of Trenton. And we love him so much, and you can see him at Trenton Social or anywhere that he just comes and brightens up the room. And God bless you on your 90 years. I know you're going to be here for another 90 years, still painting and still being part of the capital city. God bless. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you, everybody. So Mel has been waiting all night for this moment. He would like to speak to all of you.
I got a selfie.
I'm sorry.
Selfie.
I got to take my own portrait with us.
And I'm going to make a request. I hope all 300 of you don't want a self-portrait or a selfie with Mel, because we'd be here for a long time. So Mel, I'm going to pass.
Putting it between your daughter and your daughter.
I'll let you be famous.
reconnect with him. And he's a wonderful inspiration and mentor and dear friend. We all love him. The other day I named him the Godfather of artists in Trenton. Anyway, happy birthday, Mel. Happy 90 years. It's wonderful to see all your work together. Thank you. Thank you for all you have been to all of us.